Living here in China is quite an experience. In some ways, good, and in some ways, well, not so good. I've been here for a long time now, and I've traveled far and wide in China. Through my experiences and observations, I've noticed some things in China that I wanted to discuss in today's video. China has roots that go back thousands of years, and in some ways, it really is a fascinating and amazing place. The history, the culture, the folklore. Heck, they even formed their own kind of homeopathic medicine called zhongyi, or traditional Chinese medicine. But one thing that I can't help but notice is that despite their long history, which is one of their proudest points that they'll often brag to you about, they are severely lacking in some areas that they shouldn't be lacking in. I'm talking about simple things here, folks. So, what do I mean? Well, most of it comes down to things in the realm of common courtesy and basic manners. These are the basics, okay? And for a country that endlessly boasts about their history and culture, you'd think that they'd have the basics down pat. Well, they don't. Whether it be keeping quiet out of consideration for others or waiting one's turn, these are their weak points. In this video, I'm mainly going to talk about, are you ready? Lines. Now, don't get bored, guys. Don't click off the video. Don't tune out. Trust me, you're going to want to hear this. That's right, waiting in line. It's a lot more interesting than you think. Lines and Chinese mix about as well as organic olive oil and water. They just don't mix. I deal with this on a regular basis, and it's not just from older folks. It's from people of all ages and all walks of life. Now, first, I want to demonstrate with a couple of videos here that I saw online, which really encapsulate it quite well. In this first video, you'll see Chinese school kids pushing to get on the bus. This is kind of an extreme case, but this basic situation always happens. They don't form lines. They just make a mob around the door and try to push their way to the front. The result? Chaos. This doesn't only apply to children, but it applies to adults as well. Every week in China, I take subways and high-speed trains, and on all of them, it's the same old story. It gets old, I'm not going to lie, but it ain't going to change. I've been coming to China since 2007, and it's not showing any signs of improvement. In this next clip, you'll see Japanese kids lined up waiting for their bus. Quiet, well-mannered, and patient. This is the result of good parenting and a culture of respect. The difference is night and day. All right, so in this next video, we've got a side-by-side comparison of China and Taiwan, both filmed at subway stations during rush hour. Hey guys, quick interruption. If you are here watching my video, there's a high likelihood that you have an interest in China. Well, personally, I think it's important that we all learn a foreign language, and I want to suggest choosing Chinese as your foreign language. First of all, by studying the Chinese language, you will really start to understand China on a much deeper level. Also, Chinese is the second most widely spoken language in the world, with over 1 billion Chinese speakers worldwide. People say that learning Chinese is so difficult, and let's be frank, in some ways it is, but it's not nearly as tough as you think, and the grammar is super easy. I want to encourage you to check out my channel sponsor, Excel Mandarin, and take advantage of their free trial lesson offer. You have nothing to lose and potentially a lot to gain. Excel Mandarin has bilingual native Chinese speakers based in the US who can teach you real Chinese, and they have the ability to take you from beginner all the way up to fluency. They offer 24/7 support, and they have all of the resources available that you could ever want. I learned Chinese by fumbling my way around on the streets of China. It was a really fun and interesting way to learn, but it wasn't very efficient. If I'd had a native speaker guiding me and helping me along the way, I would have learned a lot more, a lot faster. So check them out today, sign up for a free trial lesson, and make sure not to forget the most important part. Be sure to tell them that Mr. Chopsticks sent you. Okay, now back to the video. On the Taiwan side, you'll see people lined up, first allowing people to get off the train first before boarding. It's orderly and polite. Then, on the China side, you'll see no such thing. No line, just a mob. Everyone for themselves. I don't take buses in China very often these days, although I used to take them a lot, but I do take trains on a weekly basis. The authorities here have even marked on the ground on the subway platforms that those waiting to board the train should stand off to the sides to allow people to get off the train first, and the middle section is designated for people who are getting off the train. You can see it right here in this picture. The ground is clearly marked. They've got it separated into sections. Then, in theory, those waiting off to the sides could board after those arriving disembark. What happens instead, though, is that people waiting for the train completely ignore those markings and stand there blocking the door, which makes it hard for people to get off the train. These days, when I arrive, if people are blocking the exit, I literally just walk straight into them. Without fail, this always happens. When I'm standing there waiting for the subway to come and I tell people around me who I can see are not following the rules, I'll just say to them, hey, look at these markings on the ground. You're supposed to stand over there and let the people get off the train first. How do these people react? Well, they usually just smile or look at me with a blank kind of nervous face and then walk away to a different door to board the train. They don't care one iota. Now, with these high-speed trains that China is always bragging about, it's the same thing. They block the door and a mob forms. Even if the line starts out as something that kind of resembles a line when the first people start to get there, because sometimes it does start out as a line. Maybe the first 5 to 10 people, they'll make a line, but that always falls apart when the train starts to approach. When that happens, people will just move up to the front. They're kind of coming in from the side, and what was once a line is no longer a line, and it is a mob. And while I may have started out near the front of the line, well, by the time the train comes, I usually end up toward the back. There is no line. There's a mob pushing and squeezing and having zero regard for the people who are trying to get off the train and the people behind them. China, listen, I know that nowhere is perfect, but you guys really need to get your act together and learn some damn manners. This type of behavior should be embarrassing for you. When you see people doing that, you have to speak up. The reality is, however, that Chinese won't speak up about it. They're scared of confrontation. And most of them just grew up this way. You know, this kind of thing with the lines and just forming a mob and pushing, that's just normal. That's how they grew up. That's what they see as normal. They didn't grow up thinking about lining up or waiting one's turn. They just think, okay, train is coming. I must get on. Hurry, hurry. If you don't live here, then you can't really know how it is to deal with this on a regular basis. It's extremely frustrating, and it's mind-boggling how a country with such pride in their history and culture has zero pride in being polite and considerate. I'm sure some Chinese out there are embarrassed about this kind of thing, but of course, they don't have the power to change it. So to you guys, I want to send my respect and my apologies for even having to make this video. But you know what I'm talking about because you probably feel the same way I do. But look, I've faced this for too long now, and I can't just keep silent. I need to vent, so there it is. Let's improve, China. You can do better. While I appreciate all viewers and supporters, there is a growing group of supporters who support me via YouTube memberships and Patreon subscriptions, and I want to give all of you a shout out. You know who you are. Thanks for the extra support and helping me to get a step or two closer to hopefully finally someday achieving my dream of being able to do YouTube full time. To the Grasshopper and Tiger Tiers, thank you guys so much. An extra special shout out to my P-Shield tier members. You are amazing. And of course, I'd be remiss to fail to mention my top tier supporters, Lee, Martin S., and David is Dawei. Truly, truly appreciate all of you. We're on this journey together, and trust me when I say, we're just getting started, my friends.